with me, sneak peek behind the scenes of Impact Day 2026. Let's go. Just wrapping up Community Impact Day. I was a vendor here. Shout out to my guy, Apostle Johnson, for having me here. This is my third year. I met some amazing people. I actually sold a great deal of my book, Granny's Principles, and heard a lot of great stories about people, grandma, and just those principles that we was raised with, right? That our grandma passed down that we don't hear anymore. So I'm grateful for the opportunity, and this Black Expo I'm going to now. Get out your city and do some things. There's a lot of great events out here, but make an impact. Smile at someone, tell a story. Because at the end of the day, man, we all here to impact each other, loving each other. I'm out. Welcome back to Good News ITW, episode 35, Community Impact Day. Community impact is everything that makes the world go round. Joining as a community, sharing resources, and just sticking together. So, thank you. Shout out to Apostle John Johnson for allowing me to be a speak/vendor at this event. This is my third year, and I can say I'm a resident vendor now, which I had a great time. I met some amazing people. I got some good information on different aspects. I mean, you got healthcare professionals, you got people in the real estate, you got brokers, you got realtors, and myself, I was there talking about my book and just creating a podcast, that branding space, and also the real estate that I do. So just to connect with other people and also share and give people information, I sold a great deal of my books, Granny's Principles, Life Lessons and Love for Grandma. That book is doing really good. I'm like 70 books sold, just touching a month. It's on Amazon. Also, it's on my website. And also I do pop-ups, and I sold like a dozen books. But the great thing I love about when people was coming to my booth and buying my book, and this book is dedicated to my grandmother, right? And she's taught me a lot, and I put those lessons in the book. And just to hear other people talk about the lesson that their mother or grandmother taught them, and just different stories, right? That was more than anything. I got a lot of emotions going on from people that lost maybe a grandmother or mother. I'm creating this book and the series to dedicate and just give your loved ones the flowers now. And even my granddad, he passed a while ago, and I'm following this book out with Not Your Average Granddad, dedicating my granddad, Mr. Scott. He's amazing. And I just, as I was at his grave, putting some flowers on his grave, I said, you know what? I need to honor him, right? He taught me a lot. He showed me a lot. And one thing he always told me, stick with me, is you're going to do some amazing things. Just stay away from the streets, in my neighborhood, the streets was like really right there all around me, right? And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you turn left, but you can always turn right. And when I turn right, I never look back. I share a lot of mistakes. I share a lot of wins. I share things not to impress no one, but to press upon people to say, listen, you can do these things, right? You can think big, dream big, and do big things out here. Just don't let no one stop you. So this community impact day that I was part of today, it's so many great things. I was having, as you know, struggling with migraines and pressure, being high sometimes, but I'm learning I gotta eat better, take care of my body, um, regulate any and everything that come in and out my body, drink more water, right? Get more sleep. Um, as I'm getting older, you gotta take care of yourself. So there was someone there really breaking down all the things that I'm going through, right? Like, the eating, the sleeping, the so many things, right? And then they had some great realtors, some brokers who, we was talking about the market and, when's the right time to buy and, ways that we can be creative when we purchasing real estate, investment properties and stuff like that. Um, I walked around and I definitely talked and networked and shot with majority of everyone was there and likewise, right? Um, so that was a great day. After that, like I said, I sold about a dozen books. And when I went to the grocery store. It was a lady looked like she just finished her shift. She looked tired, but when I jumped out the car, she had the great positive attitude and she was like, "Hey, have a great day." And I said, I'm gonna bless someone with a book, and actually when I spoke with her, I asked her did she have any young kids, and she do. As I signed the book for her and I said, "Ma'am, you just got a great attitude and I just wanted to bless you with this book. I sold a good book today and here you go." When I mean she was just so thankful and grateful for that book, man. That energy that she had, yeah, it was like everything, so I was glad to bless her with that book. And I definitely let her know with my podcast, just to stay with me and connect with me. There's a lot of things going on in Charleston today. You got the Black Expo, you got a St. Patrick Day celebration at Park Circle. I brought tickets for it's the MJ, as you see the hat, MJ, the Broadway musical and play. When I mean that play was better than I expected, man. I mean, from the music, from the acting, and it was his story from a boy to a man, and the whole overall, it was packed in there. It was great. And even the night before last, I went to down here downtown Charleston. It's the Music Hall. I think it's Toya Nicole. It was a tribute to Rihanna. Man, she did a great job. So it's a lot of things, positive things that's in your city. So definitely go out and find different things. You don't always got to go to the club. It's a lot of great things you can do in the city and whatnot. But just share, man. The word of the day is share. You got expertise or some things. I mean, don't be a gatekeeper, share it. And yes, if you want to create a book, you want to do a course, you should. I have both, but at the same time, I share a lot of information for free because impact is us coming together, man, to impact one another, right? A lot of people pour into me, so I feel it's my duty to pour out to as many people I can. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a funny way how things come back tenfold for you. Thank you for tuning in to Good News ITW. If you don't have a copy of my first children's book, Granny's Principle, go to Amazon or my website, www.mritw.com.